Hey guys, okay, so I'm just gonna quickly go over really fast how I make my extensions. It's not gonna be super visual, so try and keep up as best as you can. Okay, so usually when I go ahead and make my extensions, I go first off to Sally's in Walmart, pick up all your supplies. At Sally's, get whichever length of hair you want. The length of hair that you buy determines how much you're going to spend. So, these extensions that I used to wear that I made last year? Yeah, well, like 6 months ago. They're 18 inches. 18 inches generally runs about $50 and up. $50 is usually going to be the least expensive that you find in human hair. Make sure to get human hair because that way you can curl it, flat iron it, whatever you want, wash it. It's not going to get messed up. And make sure you get the wefted hair. This is the wefted. As you can see, it's like bonded at the top. If you get the hair with the, it looks like wax at the top, that's a totally different process. You can't make clip-in extensions using that sort of hair extension, and you would have wasted your money since you can't return those. Okay, so what we do when you first open the package, you're going to have this whole long strand of hair extensions. I don't know how many feet it is off the top of my head, but it's a lot. So you might need a friend to help just hold it up so it's not dragging on the floor. What you do, this is my smallest one, so it's about, I would say about 4.5, 5 inches in length. I measured it across the back of my head, so section your hair, do about 1.5 inches from the bottom of your hairline, section there, and measure across. Make sure to leave about 1/2 inch off of each end so that it doesn't show at all when you have the extensions all clipped in. Do that all the way up the back of your head. When you get closer to where your ears are, go right around to where your ears are, and then at the top, bring this one all the way around to about, all the way around to about, I would do it like about here, so a couple inches from your actual hairline in the front. I usually only do about 4 or 5, so they're all going to vary in length. And the best thing about making your own is that it's customized exactly to your head, because sometimes with the pre-made ones like this one, there's nothing wrong with these, but if someone has a smaller size head or a larger size head, it can kind of maybe be an issue. Let's see. The ones that I bought, just so you guys know, I got them from Sally's Beauty, and they're the 14-inch Euronext brand. They're good. They're human hair. I love, 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 love them. I would have made my own again, except for I was really impatient and just wanted them then. So, once you, okay, backtrack. I'm sorry. My brain is all over the place. So, once you measure across, we're going back to the bottom, you have your 1.5 inch measurement section off. Say you section across and it's this long. You're going to double this. So you're going to take the hair, hold it right here, and bring the other section around to meet the other end and snip. You want the hair to be doubled so that it's not so thin at the bottom. Because if it's thin at the bottom, you're going to want to have to create more tracks, and it's just easier to deal with about 4 or 5 versus like 8. Plus, it saves you in money because you obviously have to buy more clips and other supplies. So, 2 things that you can use to secure the extension track to itself, to double it up. 1, hair bonding glue that you normally use to just glue tracks into your scalp. There's a black and a white glue, so depending on how light or dark your hair is, you can get whatever. Even if you're blonde and get the black glue, it's not really going to matter because you're not going to see them. So go ahead and just, you can either use that Or you can use a glue called E6000. It's really, really super heavy duty, but it's also really hard to like work with. You need like an extra something like a wooden stick or something to kind of put the glue on, whereas the hair bonding glue has a nozzle specifically designed to apply. So you just basically run it along the track part. And you'll know which is the inside and which is the outside, because the inside is a lot rougher on the weft than the outside. This is pretty smooth. I know it looks kind of rough, but it's a lot smoother than the inside. So glue it on top of itself. Do that with each single weft. Once they kind of dry, then comes the trickier part. So you're going to want to buy clips. And these look like little combs, and they snap. Okay, they come about 3 in a pack for like $2 at your beauty supply store. What you're gonna do, it has little holes. You're gonna take a thread closest to your color, or it doesn't really matter what color it is, because like I said with the glue earlier, you're not going to see it. Start with this little tiny hole, kind of loop it around and knot it to start. I do a few knots in it on top of itself to make sure it's not going to want to unravel, and then start pushing it through the weft. It's hard to see, I'm sorry. So it's going to go actually into this. Don't put it underneath the weft through the hair. It's not going to stay. I do it about 2 or 3 times through each hole, and when I get to the last hole I do it 2 or 3 times like the others, but then I knot it a few times to kind of, like before, keep it in place and make sure it doesn't unravel. So I do 2 on the smallest weft. I do 2 on all the wefts until I get to the very big one at the top. I do 3, so I do 1 in the middle as well, so it doesn't want to sag in the middle. Then once I get all of those done, you're going to want to set them out to dry for like, I would say a couple hours, because you don't want the glue to get stuck in your hair. And then if you have any hair left over, which you probably will, you can make singles. I'll just give you an example. You can make little singles. So this is about a little more than 1 inch, and it's been sewn on, so that you can kind of put these around your hairline in the front, so you blend the front of the hair in with all the other hair. I'm sorry, my bangs are